In this video I'm going to model an image that I found on Google. If you want to download the image, link is in the description. All the plugins that I use are in the description. Let's start. Add loops in the middle of the box and delete the other half. Extrude the face on x-axis. Bevel the faces. Select the faces that are needed to be flattened. Use the machine tools to make the faces flat. Or you can just scale it on the y-axis. Reduce the size of the mesh by scaling it on the y-axis. Select the outer faces and inset. Press B for boundary. Select the inner faces and inset. We do this so that we will not add a support loops later when we extrude the faces. Add subdivision surface modifier by pressing Ctrl+2. Right-click and set the shading to smooth. Now let's change the flow of the loops. Remove the triangles by merging the vertices. Now let's select these two faces. Don't select the bottom face because it will serve as a support loop for the extruded faces. That is why we inset those faces earlier to serve as a support loop. Delete the two inner faces from the extruded face. Because it will cause nasty mesh deformations when we use mirror modifier and subsurface division modifier. Add a mirror modifier using machine tools. Or you can just add it manually. Here I am trying to fix the proportion of the mesh by moving the selected vertices on the z-axis. Now let's straighten these edges using machine tools, or you can just scale it on the x-axis. Select these vertices and move it on the y-axis to adjust the proportion. Add a support loops. Select the middle vertices and bevel them. You should enable Loop Tools add-on to use this feature. Go to Edit and Preferences and select Add-ons and search for Loop Tool. Adjust the size of the circle, then do a bridge edge loops to cut a hole in the mesh. Delete the other half so that we will only work on one side. Use the knife tool and press C to cut through. This serves as a support loops. Again with the knife tool and press C to cut through. Collapse these two vertices in the middle so that when we turn on subdivision surface modifier, we will get a more rounded edges. If you are using machine tools, press 3 for mesh cleanup, or you can do it manually by going to Mesh tab, Cleanup, Merge by Distance. Connect the vertices by pressing J key. I forgot to add support loop here, so let's add one. Again with the knife tool and press C to cut through. Remove the triangles by merging the vertices. Add a mirror modifier. Put the mirror modifier above the subdivision surface modifier to fix the mesh deformation artifacts. Add a support loops to make the hole a little bit sharper. Now let's select these two vertices and move them in the x-axis. We do this so we can add a hole here later. Select this faces and inset, then make them circle using loop tools. Change the pivot type to individual origins so that we can scale the front and back faces at the same time without deforming the mesh. Select these faces, then do bridge edge loops command. Add a support loops. Here I am just trying to make it a little rounder. Add a support loops. Again, add a support loops to make it a little bit sharper. And that's it. Thank you for watching.